Now, if you're brand new to this game and you've never done it, the first thing you're going to have to do is create a character. Now, the choice is going to be hardcore or a regular agent. Hardcore, if you die, you basically got to restart. You lose everything. A new agent, it is pretty simple. As you can see, I've got 4 of them. The idea is to get 4 because every one of these agents will get a watch and they all count towards each other. Now, before you do anything, you're going to have to do the main campaign. If you don't and you have bought the season and everything else, you can just go straight to Warlords. But I suggest doing this right here so you can at least have a 30 build, especially for later on, before you go jumping straight to Warlords. Now, you can also just start at Warlords if you want. That's still fine. But for those who don't have it or haven't bought it, you're going to have to go through every single step. So, when you log in, you're going to get some of them, you're going to have these long loading screens. If you have a fast Xbox or PlayStation or computer, you should be able to load pretty quick. Otherwise, you're not. Now, you can randomize your character, make them look however you want. You can edit everything on here. Honestly, just set it for random because you can edit it later on and just go through, get all this stuff done. This is another way you can also do this, to do the 8-minute exotic run. It's at the very beginning. You just basically restart a brand new character and boom. Because again, all your watches are going to count towards each other. So whatever, if you get a watch point for your first character, you're going to get it for the other ones. So go ahead and get yourself set up with all 4 characters. Get them all done. Now, there is some bad things about this part which we would like the developers to fix. But you see, sometimes it slows you down where you can't run, and then out of the middle of nowhere, oh yeah, hey, guess what? We're going to get to run now. Yay, here we go, sprinting. Now, this part is very simple. You're just going to kill as many ads that you can as fast as possible. Now, this game is a cover-to-cover shooter, but some of the weapons you're going to have, like this shotgun, throughout the game, they're going to be to where you can actually just walk right up to them and plow something in the face, bring them down, and then move on. Though this is a cover-to-cover shooter game, you don't have to play it like that. Again, play the game as you want. After you've killed these ads, just run right back. This guy's going to get grenaded. Once he's on the floor, you pick him up, and then you move on. It's that simple. Now, there are some places in this game, like this right here, where you have cutscenes. You can skip past those. Not every cutscene can you skip past. So, let's get to the one that you gotta watch. Enjoy. Hey! I'm just kidding. I wouldn't make y'all watch all that. So, here we go. Once you get done here, it's just get to the White House. It's that simple. Now, on this last bit, once you kill the last ad or NPC, whatever you want to call them, we call them ads. You can call them NPCs. Once you do that, you're going to come up here. Don't roast your nuts. You know, even though we would like some snow out here, this is not the place to roast. Hey, yeah, hit me with a fire extinguisher. Once you get to the White House, there's a few catches that you have to do. So we're going to go over those as fast as we possibly can. Now, once you come in here, this is not a new character, even for some of the veteran players, some do not know this. If you happen to get a cache from the developers, you can pull it over here to this one. As you can see, we just got a cache here recently with a lot of exotics and other stuff. But as you see, some of those numbers are red. So we're going to hold off on opening this cache or even sending it to this character until we do something. Now, I'll show you why you don't want to do this just yet. But again, you can take these types of caches if they're in your stash and then put them on this character. And that's beneficial. So we'll get right back to that. Come up here, talk to the Mr. President. Oh, just kidding. Get through all that stuff, rush right back down, and this is how you do the 8-minute exotic. Come over here, talk to this person, and get your one skill. Doesn't matter what it is, could be any skill. I just get the pulse because it's right there at the very beginning, and then you're done. Go through, skip, 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 and you're done. Now, if you are not a veteran player and you're a new player, you're going to have to do every single mission. So like this right here, it tells you got to place a beacon over here. You're going to have to come over here and do this. You're going to have to do each one of these levels. Now you can match make and other things to get these done faster, but you got to do them one by one. So if you're not a veteran player and you've got all this stuff to where you can zip by and get to level 30 instantly, we'll go over that in just a second. But if not, you're going to have to go through each one of these. So go ahead and buy the deal. Now if you have done it or you don't, you can go to open world exploration. You can set matchmaking for this kind of stuff to get yourself an extra player, someone who's got builds to take you through. See, I've got all this stuff. That's how you get it. You can get someone to come over here. Now if you buy this, this will jump you straight to level 30. I suggest everybody get this, period, no matter what. If not, this is another way you can also do your exotic run. So you're going to come to your apparel, you come over to add-ons, go to your level 30, and then boost it. Now for Xbox, it's X, and then just boost it up and be done. Now when you do this level 30, now that you have done and boosted yourself up to level 30, which I know we're going to have a long timer on this, I'm going to talk to y'all for just a second. This is when you can go and grab that cash out. Now, someone has asked me beforehand, what if I have 999 exotic components? This is where, if the devs send you a cache like this, you can take this cache, pull it out of your stash, put it on your character, and then open it. Do not open it prior to getting your level 30 boost done. So now that we've got it done, we're going to go in here, grab our cache, and open it. That's it. Now as you can see, once you boost this to level 30, for anybody who hasn't done it, you have all these specialists, everything that you can do. You might have some points. If you've already got it done, you can increase these pieces. I just do the Grenadier because I'm going to show y'all how to do WONY later. But again, it's a brand new character, and these are the weapons I prefer to use when I'm going through WONY because I have a certain build. So this is the ones I max out. But anyway, that's short and simple. So now, again, we come over here, open up our stash, go to our deliveries, take our cash that I gave us. See how it's all green now? You see how all this is green? That's because we haven't purchased something else, and we're about to go over that. But now we can take it and go open it. Now, when you open this and you have it on a brand new character, you've basically given this character all this stuff. Now, as you can see, we have all these resources ready to go. We have 55. But here's a cool part. If you have other characters, watch this. We're going to take all those resources right here, and we're going to increase it even more, because this character can share between the other characters. Like we said earlier, 4 characters, you can all share your watches. So that's with these yellow ones. Now, down here, if you look below all this stuff, you do not have to buy all this stuff. Do not waste your time and money on these. If you've already had them on one character, just buy this one right here. That's going to give you all those materials. And you see, all these are about to go away, okay? They're all going to go away with the purchase of this. And boom, they're all done. I've already got them. That simple. So now, if we go to our resources, look at all this stuff that just popped up. Look at all this resources the devs gave us. I didn't waste a thing, not a dime. Everything's here. It's double stacked. That's how you stack it up. So again, if you have 999 exotics, but you don't want to waste them because you have nothing to use them on, you can do the same thing with this right here. Put them on your character, and then boom, you automatically got it. That simple. Now, before you go to WONY, or as we call New York, before you do that, I suggest everybody go and get a build. Go do anything. Do some missions. Get yourself a build. Because if you don't have anybody to carry you through, you're going to need it. Second is, go ahead and go into the dark zones to each one of these landmarks in here and get every single exotic component you can. Open them up, go rogue, grab them. Each one of these dark zones. Now, I'm about to show you all the locations on the maps where the dark zone loot boxes are that you have to open. Every one of these X's on each one of these, that is where a box is that you should open. Now, another content creator, DJ Tickle, he shows how to do it the fastest. I suggest you go over there and go take a look at his videos, and he'll help you get through it a lot faster. Now, again, before you go and you do WONY, keep all of your gray gear. This is very important. Do not delete this stuff. Save it. The reason why is because if you happen to delete your character, you can get rid of that stuff for easy and cheap just by keeping that gray build that they initially give you. Second is, like I said before, if you have got a build ready for going through WONY, that's more important because that way you don't have to rely on other players. Now, I have this build that I'm showing you right here to get me through in about maybe an hour and a half. That's how fast it takes me if I'm doing it solo. Now, if not, there's a 45-50 minute run that I have on my build videos that I can link in the descriptions later. If you go down into the comments, I'll link it in there as well. But I show you how to do this. So I'm also going to show you again in this video in a shortcut version. But again, I also have a 40 build, so that way later on, when I get through with the 40, or I get to level 40, I can take this build and just walk through WONY, just the last mission instantly and be done. So these are the builds that I have right here. And when you do this, just come down to the chopper. He's just behind or just south of the White House. Come over here, talk to him, and start your WONY. Now, this is if you have not purchased the deal and can get straight to it. If you have, you can go do this if you want. Now that you're here, it's pretty simple. Just follow Kelso. She's going to take you through some stuff. Once she's done, she'll take you over to Haven, and you'll be starting your level build. You'll be going from 30 to 31. And if you have a build on, like I do, you'll see it goes pretty quick. Like you can jump to level 31 right here at the beginning. Some people don't get it because they miss out on a little bit of XP. And that little bit of XP is just because you didn't get something like you didn't get enough headshots or something like that. So don't freak out. You're gonna get what you need to get pretty quick, pretty fast. So let's show you the very beginning and how fast this build can actually walk you through. Again, as you see, it's just a few shots from your skills and they're gone. Again, that's why I said make a build before you go do WONY. Get yourself a level 30 build. I run the entire WONY with this build solo. So again, if you don't have players who can help you out, again, make yourself a build. Now that you and Kelso got over to Haven, you're basically just going to walk in. You're going to go up into the top. It's going to go through its little spiel of, hey, look at this. This is Haven.
They're calling themselves the Peacekeepers. It's the safest place in Lower Manhattan. They've got security, food, supplies.
And some people actually do get lost because they don't know what to look for. There's little diamonds, little orange diamonds that's going to tell you where to go to. If it doesn't show up on your screen, because some people actually have had them glitch out, this is the door you come to. And once they get done with their little spiel, you're going to open this door and it's going to start everything. So for brand new players, here it is. Now, there's a trick to doing WONY the fastest. As you see, you got 4 pieces for your manhunts. Now, the goal is to do the opposites. So, for instance, this area right here is Rikers, this entire area. This area down here is all Rikers. This area is cleaners over here. This area over here is cleaners. So what you're going to do is, as you see, we got 4 different bosses. The hardest boss to do, honestly, is Theo Parnell. So the best thing to do is do Rikers first, and then do cleaners. Then do Rikers, then do cleaners. Now, Theo Parnell is the hardest because this little sucker likes to pop up and play whack-a-mole with you all day long. So it's hard to get him out of his stuff. Plus, you got to fight the turrets. You may not have a strong build. You may not have enough armor. So he may try to take you out. So again, what you're going to do is come over here, get someone, if you can, a level 40 person to take you to each one of these safe houses that I've tagged. That way it bypasses some of these missions that you don't have to worry about doing. This one here, that's a safe house. There's a safe house over here. Again, there's a safe house like probably over here somewhere, and a safe house over there. If you can get a level 40 to jump into your lobby and get you past, you can get past that mission, and that mission. Those 3 right there I just tagged. You can actually don't even have to mess with them, but you'll still get the XP. So, Otter here, another YouTuber, he's come to help me out. So what he's going to do is he's going to fast travel me to each one of these safe houses. And we're going to show how this works. So you see, I've got this mission right here. So he's going to go to that safe house, and then I'm going to follow right behind him because I can't go over there without opening the door. He's got to take me over there. So once he fast travels, I'm going to go straight to that same spot where he's at, and we're going to bypass that mission. And a lot of people freak out, well, if you bypass it, do you even get the XP? So we're going to show that here. Yes, you do. You get the XP without even having to do the mission. Talk to what's her face. Hey, how you doing, hottie? Oh, yeah? Yeah? Really? Oh? You don't say. No. Really? Yeah, I'm just trying to get past the mission, lady. And boom, it's gone. As you see, the other one pops up. And if we come back, investigation updated. And there's our XP. We leveled up. Just like that. So again, he's going to take us to another safe house. And we're going to do it again. Now this one here, this safe house, like I said, this mission is a safe house. So you're not going to be able to bypass anything with this one. So a lot of people freak out, well, since it's part of that, do I still have to do anything? Yes, you still got to talk to them. And also, the reason why I'm showing this is a lot of people don't know where some of these computers are that you have to do, and when they first play, it's right here. So we're going to show each one of these parts to bypass it the fastest. Now, another thing to add to this is your level 40 character must stay with you at the safe house when you talk to these things. If he goes away before your investigation is updated, you will not get the XP. So he has to stay right beside you, at least in the building with you, before your investigation is done, and then he can go to the next one. So, Otter's gone to the next one. And here we go again. Now this saves tons of time because you're doing 3 less missions than what you need to do. This is how you can do it in 45 minutes because each mission should only take you roughly 6-7 minutes to do if you have a level 40 character. Now the other tip is don't just get 1, get 2. 2 level 40 guys rush you through. One will do 1 mission and a different mission, and we'll get to that here in a second and show you that. What's up, buddies? Investigation updated, and boom, as you see, it bypassed the one, puts it right there. So again, that's how you do them. So now we've got another level 40 character guy who's going to take us through Saucer. What they're going to do is one's going to go over here to do the tombs, and the other one's going to come down here and do Wall Street, and that's how you do it. Now, you do not have to be with the other player, and we'll show this here later on. All you have to do is be there for the boss. So when they go through, you can help out one of them, but you don't have to be there for both. You just have to be there for the boss to get the XP. So don't freak out if someone else is doing a mission while you're over on another mission. Okay, just make sure that they hold the boss for you. So let's get through these missions, and we're going to show you what we got to do. So as you can see, we're here at the final boss in Tombs. Otter's going to hold this one. As you see, Saucer, he's been waiting for a while. He's got a stronger build. So we're going to go over here to Saucer, and we're going to help him finish out the boss and get the XP for my character, and then rush right back over and help Otter. Now, yep, I got turret up. Bring it!
The divisive reign of terror ends here now.
It's kind of dark in here. Huh? I can't see. She's blinded by the light. They're a bunch of douches just sitting there in the flight. Oh, one gone. The other one's about to go. Yep, he just cracked. He's gone. I'll get the purple behind you. Oh yeah, they're all gone. That one last red. Oh, Tick got him. Alright, let's jump over. I'm gonna grab this. Let me get the XP, and as soon as I get the XP, we'll go to Otter. And there it is, mission complete. Alright, gone. Let me just snag this. That's a yellow. Alright, as soon as we get over there, we're gonna jump that wall, Otter. Yep, zoom, motherfucker. Alright, gone. Alright, let's get this over with, quick. Get Oxy, yeah, you got Oxy on those turrets. Alright, then we're golden. Alright, I'm going to peek. Yep. He's going to be a Charlie. And then we got to find where he's at afterwards. Alright, good kill, good kill. I'm going. I'm running. Run, Forrest, run! Got it. Alright, mission complete. And there's the XP. So again, once you do that, again, you just have to be there for the bosses. Have one of them now, after you've done like Rikers, have them go over and start doing cleaner stuff. This way, this opens up every single mission. It doesn't have to slow down, nothing. So one of them will start at cleaners, another one will start at cleaners, and just flip-flop back and forth. This unlocks every single mission, so you don't have to double stack or anything. So one will start doing this for this mission, and we've already got this one for that one, and it basically opens up every single mission. So again, it's Rikers, cleaners, Rikers, cleaners. Now, once you've finished every single mission, you've got everything done, save Castle Clinton for last, because sometimes this thing does like to mess up. So do not do Castle Clinton until you are level 39. I cannot stress this enough. It can lock up, and once you're done, go get Liberty Island. Now, Liberty Island piece, you're going to have to go through a lot. I cut out a lot of this stuff. But once you're done and you're completely done with Liberty Island, you should be level 40 or started it or have someone else start it as a level 40. Once you're done, that's it. You are now ready to just go do what you need to do anywhere you need to do it. PvP, raids, everything. That's it. You are officially done and you get your watch. Now, even with a new watch that you get, you're going to have to sit here and go through this entire spiel and everything. And a lot of people get locked up and not knowing what they need to do. Now, I was wrong prior on something, and someone did correct me. You have to get 1,000 watch points on your first watch before it is maxed out. It requires you to get to level 1,000 before your watch is fully maxed out. After that, every new watch that you get will give you, say if you have 800 watch points, because that's all it takes, but you're at a level 1,000, you're going to get 200 extra free watch points. So that's why it's another important deal is to have multiple characters. So if you have 4 characters total, your first main watch with you pretty much are going to use all the points on, period. The other ones, you could redo 3 of these each and every single week, and you can get more and more watch points, So it'd be 200 for each one. So that's 600 watch points total in a week, or in a day, or however long it takes you to finish them. So that's player's choice. But again, max out all your stuff, enjoy your watch, and start having fun from there on out. Now later on in this video, I'm going to talk about hunters, but if you happen to have all of your hunters done, do not leave this area. Come back down over here. Come right over here. There's your keys. Take your keys, open up your box, get a free piece of loot right next to Agent Kelso. Now, what this is, a lot of people always want to know what it is that you get. It's the Hunter Killer chess piece. Now, it's going to have random attributes. You're not going to be able to set anything, but it's still free. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's a decent one. You can also go back to the White House at this point. From here, go to the White House and get the keys from the White House that you have for the ivory ones to get the shield splinter. Now, that's another thing for the hunters. Now, we'll get into that later on. But all you're going to do is, as soon as you're back over here with your new character, if you've got them done, don't forget to come over here, get yourself a free shield splinter. You know, it's extra loot. There's your keys, grab it, and voila. And you can deconstruct it or keep it if it's a good one. Now, the most thorough one I've found out there is from Nothing But Skills, the hunters, on how to get all of them. So the hunter's mask, he'll show you how to get each and every one of these for every different set. So there's ones in New York and there's ones in Washington. So go take a look at those videos. That should help you out.
Safe area detected.
Now, when it comes to weekly vendor resets, best person that's going to give you every single detail. If you don't even want to log on, go to Anytime Gaming. He will show you where they're all at. Now, another thing is Cassie and your weekly deal that you can get for SAC. This is another way to get a free exotic. Again, you can do this with every single character. Even with your brand new one that you just took through WONY, you can go do this as well. Or even if you haven't, you still haven't level 30. Even a level 30 guy can still do this. As you see, I've got mine. I haven't even taken them through yet. My score at the top right, see it says 500. Again, if you need stuff like water or food or components, these areas I'm showing you right here are the best. Where that one little red marker is that I was first at, that's where you can get food. Right there is water. If you come from this mission and you go up to the top, you can get components right here. There's extra components around this building as well. There's also some components just kind of throughout this area. There's extra food and water. There's tons of stuff in this area. Go search this area. I like to get extra components from right here, so I'll start up there at the very top if I need to get components. I'll start right about here at this safe house and then go down. But again, this week right now is water. So I'm going to show you where to get a lot of water real quick. And if we fast travel fast enough. So when you come out down here, again, stop getting stuck. Just come right on out the top. As you see, come down this way. There should be one thing of water right here. A lot of people bypass this one, but it's right here. It's in between these trees. Grab this water if you need water. Also, for food, like I said, there's more food around this area. There's 2 right here behind this building, and then there's one back over here in these bushes right about there. And just take that run straight over that way towards that spot to go get food. Now again, water, there's tons of spots. I'll show you each and every spot for the water because it's currently this week. So again, there's enough water right there, 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 there. Oh look, even there. Maybe right there. What about there? Maybe there too. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, look, there's another one right over there. Peekaboo. Is there one back here? I believe there is. Oh, this one right there. There's tons of water, enough water in this run to get you 295. So you will always be able to have enough to do your weekly that quick. Because you only need 250. So 295, you're done. You've got some extra spare for the next week. And then voila, you get an exotic. Now, with this exotic, if you need it, go ahead, use it. If you need to put it onto your library, again, this one here is my level 30. I haven't even taken them up to 40 just yet. But again, you can see I could roll the damage to targets out of cover off of that and give it more, because this sniper rifle's already got it. But if you look at the one on my Sweet Dreams, I could put that in my library, but I don't need it right now. I need the components. So again, check those pieces for your 30 as well. Make sure you max out those. Get those completely maxed out for your library if you have time. If you don't have time, don't worry about it. Again, 40 is where you really need to be at. But again, those exotic components, they're dire. You need those later on. So scrap all that other junk that you don't need and save the gray so you can delete the character later on and you don't have to go buy up new gear. Just save that gray stuff. Oh yay, we go up to settings. Very controversial, but there's one of the guaranteed ways to set up all your stuff. The absolute best way for multiple players so you can finish out all this stuff, get all those kills, land shots on those hunters, whatever it is you need to do. I mean, yeah, we're going to make this so easy. Now, gameplay, if you're empirical, that's like feet versus metric. Simple. Let's see here. Hints, you can turn that off. Show damage numbers. You want that on. You want to be able to see your damage numbers. I can't stress that enough. Let's see. What was it? Let's go down. Show skills. Yes. GPS line. Yes. We want to be able to see that when we're trying to find stuff. Enable sprint effect or weapon swept. Blech. Weapon swept. Yep. Anyway, field of vision. You want this maxed out. Now, if you are on a big screen TV and you prefer to play on your big screen, take it to 20. Both of them. Both of these to 20. If you're on a monitor or a small little screen TV, jump them all the way to 25. The field of vision is going to help you out. Make sure those are your settings. 25 to 20. Now, this right here, you can customize this wherever you want your hood. Again, that's player's choice. Put that stuff wherever the heck you want it. Other settings. Floating versus all this. We got to explain this one. So let me go down to the shooting range and we'll explain this. Alright, here we go. Go into settings. Now, again, your combat text. Random sphere versus floating in 2D. We're going to go over these. Random sphere, horrible. Why? Because look at this. It bounces all over the place. Puts the numbers in between your shots. You do not want that. Floating is the best one. Now, let me explain why. When you shoot, we take this target right here to 10 meters. When I shoot it, it's going to jump away from the target and put it over to the right. Now, you can also, on PC, get that one inside of your chat bar, but we'll talk about that later. There's a 2D. 2D still bounces them right in front of your target. You don't want those there. So make sure your damage numbers are on floating. Now, speed run, that's if you're doing a raid, definitely you want to have that on so that we can tell how much time you spent on there. And active talents above crossbears, yes. Loot beam visible. If you're in PvP, turn that to no. If you're not in PvP, turn it to yes. This way, while you're out there playing, the fucking bars are not blinding you or in your way of shooting. Music volume, set those for as you please. And I think that's it for the audio. Yeah. Feedback, target on hit. Yes, you definitely want that. Parkour mode. Make sure this is on no. You do not want to be running or parkour mode where you jump over stuff and everything. You definitely don't want that. Even on auto run, you do not want to do that. You want to be able to take into cover even if you have yourself on automatic run. Camera sensitivity. This right here is important. Jump these all the way to 20. If you're on a flat screen, or not flat screen, but a big screen, you might just want to take it up to 15. Again, 15 to 20. 20 for small screens, 15 for big screens. Scope sensitivity, no more than 5 unless you are really jacked up on some kind of high energy drink. Left stick dead zones. We're going to show how these affect, but you want these maxed out. This is for controller players, okay? Not for mouse and keyboard. Now, what this does is very hard to explain, but those two right there, which are on your controllers, is down here, the left stick and the right stick dead zone, okay? This is for PvP. You want this no matter what type of screen you're playing on, you want that maxed out. See how I'm running and I don't dip down as I turn? And I do that, you see how I had to force that, or I touch the ground with my hand? That right there can be a death kill to you in the dark zone. You do not want that. As you see, my hand didn't touch the ground, didn't even try to. That is what it stops. Because if you do that, it's like your player grabs the ground. You do not want that. So set that for 20. No matter what you're playing, turn it to 20. Invert, 180 sprint. I turn mine off. You can turn that on. Auto center, you definitely want that off. Toggle to sprint. Yes. This is also auto run sprint, where you can tap down the button twice and it'll sprint. You start walking, tap it a second time, and then you run. This way you can just use one joystick and try to get away from players. You're not having to worry about your other stick. You can do this auto run like a lot of people do. This is another way to do auto run without what people think is Cronus, and that'll keep your player moving to where you can do those other kinds of things, glitches and stuff. I'm not going to really get into that. Move around the cover on button press, no. You can move around a corner fast or slow. I prefer mine slow because there's not too many times I'm having to worry about being in cover. Grenade aim assist, you definitely want that on. That's going to give a ring around your grenade. Cancel skill while aiming, definitely yes. That way you can get rid of your skill as you're aiming. Enter cover on long press. No, you do not want to do that. That keeps you from getting stuck or everything. You just turn that off. Brightness, sharpness, contrast, it's all on you, how you want to play. This is for PvP. If you don't want to have to hear some of the bullshit some people are talking about. If you want to hear the bullshit, turn it to yes. You don't want to hear bullshit, turn it to no. Everything else you can see as a settings. Sorry, this is a long video, so I'm just going through this stuff. If you want to slow it down on your own. Dark zone, VoIP, allied only or all. This is where you can switch to just your friends or you hear everybody's bullshit. Accessibility. This is pretty much, you need to turn this on screen keyboard. Be able to hear people even if you don't hear them. You can type out a message. You can type out messages right here all day long if you don't have a mic. This way you have some form of communication. Colorblind, set this for Trinotopia. Please, I cannot stress this enough. Turn your colorblind mode to Trinotopia. Now, The reason why is if you go and you play Iron Horse Raid, the ground is red like that. You won't be able to see some of the mortars coming in unless you turn on Trinotopia. Trinotopia, see this little white ring where my grenade is? You'll be able to see that for enemy grenades and everything. You'll be able to see how big the radius is that it's going to hit in that area. And the ground is that red, so you'll be able to see the white lines by putting on Trinotopia. So please, I cannot stress that enough. Set that up. You'll be able to see that stuff easier. Message alerts, this is if friends are sending you messages. Turn that on or off. And that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, how to find the Snitch. The Snitch will allow you to get to Cassie, Mendoza, right? Everybody wants to know where to find the Snitch, especially for the weekly stuff. He's going to be everywhere. But if you can see, we got Capitol Building, how it's red, and this area around there is red, and this one here is white. He typically spawns in white areas, okay? Don't know why, but most of the time, any of these areas right here that are white versus red, he doesn't like to spawn in the red ones. But if you first log in, the moment you log in, he will always be here every single time. Pretty much 9.8 out of 10 times I have come here when I first log in, he's here. So to prove it, I just logged in. Look at that. He's right over there. See a little green? Hello, Snitch. Yep, there he is. What you got for me today? Alright, now another spot is if he's not here, he's right here. I don't know why it's these two spots. He's always here or here. So just come out of this door, go over here, he's here. Now, a third place he likes to be at is right over here at this safe house. Because this area is white, if you don't find him here, he's going to be here at this location. So just come out, walk down the road, come over here, walk through, and then go into this spot. He'll be right about there. Now, another spot that I love to find him at sometimes, I don't know why, there's a spot over here by the bank. If you go to this area right here, underneath this building, right here. So you spawn here, select this mission, bank headquarters. You're going to spawn like right over here, and there's, I think it's right here. And you're just going to walk backwards, go into this tunnel underneath the building, and he'll be there. That's spot number 4. After that, there's another video out here that shows a lot of the spots that he's at. So go check out G Croc or GC Rock. He's got a video on this right here. Go take a look at it. Loot Goblin. Everybody wants to be able to find how to find the Loot Goblin. He only spawns typically in 3 areas over here. But the first place you always want to check is DCD. He spawns right there. Go to DCD. The reason why is because if there's a chunga or if there's not a chunga, he will spawn. There's usually a chunga or maybe a small patrol right over here. If they're not here, he will spawn here first every single time. But as you see, yep, there's a chunga. He's over here fighting, so he's not going to spawn. But he'll spawn in one of those little spots like right down here. I don't think it's this one. I think it's nearby, but that's where he likes to spawn. Anyways, if the chunga or a patrol is right here, kill them. Make sure to kill them, okay? This will force him to spawn at the second spot. A lot of people don't know this. I do. They haven't put that in their videos, so I'm not going to show their deal. But if that chunga spawns and you kill him, come right over here to Jefferson Trade Center and he will spawn immediately. All you have to do is to make him spawn at Jefferson Trade is walk to the left. Go left first. As soon as you get to the left, there he is. So let's see what he's going to give us. Oh, there's the one. He gave us something. But anyways, that's where he spawns out. And that was pretty simple. And he gave us the O'Carroll. And it's a Zeus roll. Which means, oh, and that's another thing. On the O'Carroll and other things that he drops, You cannot roll those. They have to come as they are. So I just got a Zeus roll. Don't even have to worry about maxing it out, and it's got the perfect attribute on the bottom. Ha! Yeah, I'm RNG Jesus. Woohoo! Here we come to the do's and don'ts of Countdown. This one needs to be said. Oh, we're going to get into this one. Yep. Please watch this. Now, when you're at Countdown, there's a few things a lot of new players need to know. First, when you go and do a countdown, you can select it right here from the chopper or over there at it. You can create your own and you would be the host. Or you can start matchmaking and it might give you the host, it might be random. But if you're at a low SHD watch level, you can change it to challenging and get the same good loot as you would get on heroic and countdown for some reason. Now I don't know if this has changed. It has been like this for a while. I haven't really seen a change, but please understand, heroic versus challenging, the loot is near the same. It's just heroic is a lot stronger. So if you don't have a high watch, please, for the love of God, be careful coming in here. You start matchmaking, try to find a lobby, and that's pretty much it. But just please, for the love of God, be careful. Now, to select your loot, before you go over there, you can go to the actual piece over here, select it, and choose whatever loot you want to get. Now, if you're trying to get, say, I don't know, we'll say like Bellstone right here, or Empress, or something of that, like Walker. You can get those specific pieces, or you can go for the chest. So if you get chest, you're going to get Petrov, Wyvern, Grupo, or all these chest pieces, all those kinds of things. So if you want to farm for it, this is the best way to farm for exact gear that you want to get specifically. Same example, like chest pieces or gear mod slots, you want to do that, all those kinds of things. Now, as for exotics, the best things to go for, you're only going to get probably one pistol here currently right now, maybe a secondary one like Busy Little Bee. So these aren't the best. The best thing to farm for exotics is the ARs, because the chameleon drops like a hot piece of candy. So your best thing to do is put it on ARs to get exotic components if you want to farm it that way. And same thing, even I think shotguns is another good one. And if you're not going to do shotguns, you could definitely go with like submachine guns, or these three right here. For if you want exotic components, definitely farm for those three. Rifles, not so much, but who knows, maybe later on. And then you got marksman rifles. There's a few of those good ones. But anyway, that's how you can really farm. But the main part that we have to talk about in Countdown is this. For the love of God, please stop bringing these specific skills into there. None of the turrets, none of them, because the hunters, or whatever you want to call them, can take these things over and use them against you. Same with these drones. They can use all of these drones to heal them, bombard you, defend themselves, attack you with the assault turret. Please stop bringing these in. Another thing is the bleed hive on here. Please, it is killing players of a lower or weaker amount of armor, and they're just falling down and they're dying before you can finish it. Please stop. As for the roly-poly balls, not so much. They usually get jammered pretty quick, and you can avoid those by dodging and rolling out of the way, so not too bad on those. But the other one is this. This one here is killing players. The traps. Please stop bringing those into the Countdown and using them. If you're trying to max that stuff out, do it elsewhere. Do not do it at Countdown. For the love of God, players are dying because of this. When you're done with the Countdown, you should get some points. Those points you can use over here. Now, these items are going to be at Cassie, so you don't have to waste your points on these. So don't go wasting them on them. Just worry about the exotic cache. The exotic cache will give you the exotic components, and maybe, like, again, these are not, but it's a named item. This is another named item, so even these right here could drop in, like, what is it, the named cache right here. So again, the main thing you're going to farm for is the exotic. Now, again, named cache can also give you dark zone stuff, so if you don't PvP, you can definitely use the name cache. So the name cache and exotic cache are pretty much it. These two, not so much. Unless you're trying to do like the season event and you just need some extra stuff for that, you can get these two and waste your points. But again, the best thing to do is the exotic cache or a name cache. That's about it. Now, raids are similar to Countdown. You can come right over here and select a raid. You can go Dark Hours or Iron Horse, one of the two, whichever ones you prefer. Now, there's two different settings for this, just like over at the raids you have different settings, but you can create a raid, but you cannot matchmake for a raid. That's the part that still sucks. But you can go Discovery, which really doesn't give you any loot, but you can get keys. Versus here, you can get loot and you can get keys. But because it's normal, you can't matchmake, but Discovery you can matchmake. So if you want to try to do a raid or something like that, there's tons of ways to do it, like LFGs or setting it up yourself. Go through even like Iron Horse, you can set up a raid deal, and like Xbox has LFGs where you can post that out. So the Division actually has one on their Discord. You can go to this spot right here on the Tom Clancy's Division Discord, select raid, console, or whatever you want, and go that way. That's the best way to actually get a hold of one.
Any chance of countering these assholes?
Now, there are 4 skills that are locked behind specific bosses. The thing is, these are in manhunts. So this one here is your EMP sticky. That is going to be Juniper. That's how you select it. It will go yellow. You can change it to yellow if you've got the season pass and done the season pass. Hornet here will give you the healer traps. Fei Lao will give you the Achilles pulse. Schaefer is the crap. He's the other one. I can't remember what he was now. Anyway, yeah, that's how you're going to get those. Again, you got the EMP sticky right here. You got the... he gives you the shrapnel traps. Yeah, Schaefer gives you the shrapnel traps. And then the repair traps is down there in Tidal Basin. And then the Achilles pulse is Fei Lao. So that's how you get those 4 if you're missing them. Again, you got to wait for the seasons to come out. Now, the absolute fastest way to do your seasons, to get your seasons from like level 0 to 100, that's what we're going to talk about. Because some of these, you're going to have different ways of doing XP and loot farms that are going to pop up. So don't too much worry about those, but if you want to, the best thing to do is get a group. So go to your social, set up a group, get at least 4 people, okay? Matchmake, whatever you want to do, and go farm resource convoys. Literally, just farm these the fastest. There's so many of them out there. Just, if each one of these, when I tell you how to set this up, you will literally go up a level and a half, maybe 2 levels, and get those done to where you're basically, I mean, you're done in 100 in like a few minutes. So anyway, you're going to select Fog of War, no regen, special ammo, and you can do Pistolero, but you don't want to do cool skills. But set these 3s up minimum, and then having a group of 4 will give you a level to a level and a half on just a regular resource convoy. Now, if you happen to find an elite resource convoy while you're out here looking for them, definitely hit that one. That one will definitely give you a level and a half to almost 2 levels right there for your season event. So just scan your map, have one player get ready to do it. Now, the second fastest way is in the dark zone, going to each one of the landmarks and hitting every single landmark that you can that's on the highest bit. So having a group of 4, again, is the main thing. So again, matchmake, or if you have 4 friends, take those 4 friends or clan mates into the dark zone and go farm that way. Yeah, you're going to fight some players, but if you do, you can easily come out and then reset up the deal to where they're not in the area. Now, these small ones like this, like the catacombs where it's only got 1 chevron, not the best. Now over here you can see it's challenging. The highest you're going to see in this type of DZ, because it's not invaded, is challenging. So if you come to the occupied dark zone, this is where the big money's at. Don't fight the rogue players. Don't fight anybody who goes rogue, like these guys right over here. Just come in here and hit that landmark right here, and you see it's heroic. Occupied dark zone will give you heroic ones. That's going to give you the more XP period with 4 players. Now if everybody in the dark zone is being friendly and everybody's hitting the same thing, y'all can literally farm an entire occupied dark zone, and just, I mean, it'll be super fast. I mean, you could probably have it done maybe 2 hours and you'll be full season. So there you go with that. If you have watched this entire video and you've gotten to this spot, I just want to tell you all thank you. Be safe, be blessed. I hope to help y'all out later on. I will be putting out a new codex eventually with all the builds, the best ways to set them up. So again, thank you. Please like and subscribe for more.